Alright, we're just going to make a quick video on mug mockup template. Very simple to use. We'll open up our template. We're going to use the right side so I could show. Okay. So, here's our mockup. On the right side, we have some smart objects highlighted in green over here. We have the floor design, the background design, the cup design. Let's work with the cup design. We're going to double click the little icon on the right bottom corner of the cup design icon here. It's going to open up a smart object. So this is our plane where it's going to go in. You need to fill up the whole square if you're going to use a full bleed for a mug. So let's see what we have to place in here. Let's use our 11-ounce standard. So now you can see, oh, hold on. Let me put it on the right layer. File, place. Okay. So, now you can see that it's very small and in the center. By holding your Shift and your Alt key, it stretches it top and bottom and keeps it square, like this. Okay, now I'm going to make it just as big to do a full bleed like this. Now being this is the right side of the mug, I'm not going to leave it centered like this. I'm going to slide it all the way over like this. Believe it or not, this still isn't exactly right. To make the mock-up look good and to make this look like it's the real right side of the mug and not off-center and not too curved, we move it over just a little bit like this to represent that little white spot before the handle. This is exactly what we see on the mug. I click OK. It's placed. When I go to close this, the PSB file that had opened up from the smart object, it's going to ask me to save it. You say yes. And there you go. It looks a little bit off, so we can reopen it by double-clicking on the cup design. OK. Sliding it over just a little bit more, still leaving that white spot, and close it, click yes, and there you go. It looks a little bit better. You just have to play with it a little bit. Now if you don't do full bleed and you do a standard, we open it up again, we want to make it look standard, we're going to hit Control T. Will allow us to resize it. We hold Shift and Alt together again so it takes in from the top and bottom equally. And you see it leaves our white space so we can center it. And I'm going to move it over again a little bit like this. And this is if we're doing a mock-up of a standard bleed instead of a full bleed. I'll close it, click yes. And there you go. That's how it looks. Now this is a little bit of a fancier mock-up. It actually has a floor plane. So watch this. Okay, we open up that. File. Place. Let's go to my libraries. Backgrounds. I like using this one, Cottage mark, with the very light green hashes. Kind of looks grassy to me. Put it in, I hold my Shift and my Alt. As I drag it out, it keeps it nice and square and even. I click OK, I fill the whole white box up. I close it, I hit yes, and there's my floor. So what I like doing is, for my background on the wall behind it, which they call the BG second plan, I like using the image that I'm mocking up on the mug. So I'm going to do File, Place. I'm going to head back to where I keep my working projects. And let's find the exact one. Right here. Stretch it out. We're going to hold, again, Shift and Alt. Now if I just held Shift without the Alt, it'll drag it in one direction, you see? Like this, without going up. It stays in the center. But by doing Shift and Alt, It does it proportionately. And I'll keep this centered like this. And I'll actually even raise it up a little bit like this. And when I close it and click OK, and yes, there we go. There's my mock-up. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. Be well. And thank you for watching Sub and More YouTube videos. And thank you for joining our Sub and More Facebook group. Be well. Stanley Reisler from Coney Island Transfer. So long.